Good morning, dear students. Now, in today's lecture, we will explain experiments of redox reaction. But before starting this experiment, one gentle reminder to all the students that I have sent an important YouTube video for the experiment of redox reaction. So before starting my lecture, you all have to watch this video of redox reaction. Then we will continue in our session. But I think you all are aware and studious students, so I think so you all watched this video. That's why we are in this section. Okay, so in today's lecture we will explain experiment of redox reaction. Experiment number 1 is here. Okay, now what is experiment in redox reaction? We will study with the help of this speaker. Just see, I have CuSO4 solution which is blue in color in a beaker. I will add zinc rod in it. This is initial stage. Now after some time, blue color starts to remove. So after adding zinc rod, after 4 to 5 minutes, blue color will remove. Blue color starts to remove, and in a final stage, colorless solution will observe, and copper deposited on zinc. So copper will deposit on zinc rod, and the solution, the color of the solution is changed from blue to colorless. Just see why zinc rod is capable to remove the color of copper sulfate. So the conclusion is here. Activeness of zinc is higher than copper. That's why the color of CuSO4 will be in this reaction. So the conclusion is here, zinc is higher active than copper. Now, reaction. Which kind of reaction will take place here? Okay, just see, we have zinc rod, so we will write zinc in a solid form, plus this is copper sulfate, but we will write only Cu2 plus in copper sulfate. We cannot write here SO4 because SO4 Cu2 plus is active in this reaction, while in this zinc rod copper will deposit. So the reaction will take place from copper, not by SO4. So Zn plus Cu2 plus, if we are writing Cu2 plus, then we will write here AQ for ion. Aqueous physical state is reliable. Okay, now what can be there? Just see, on zinc rod copper will deposit it. That means Cu2 plus will convert into copper. So copper will deposit on zinc rod. Okay, and the color of CuSO4 will change and it will convert into colorless position. That's because zinc converts into Zn2 plus. That's why this process, this experiment being takes place here. Okay, so this is the reaction from this experiment, that copper sulfate is a blue color solution. After addition of zinc rod, it will change into colorless. This is experiment number 1. Okay, experiment number 2 is here. Just see, on the reverse position. If we will take CuZnSO4 solution, which is colorless, and if I will add copper rod in it, no reaction will go through in this experiment because copper is lower active than zinc. That's why reaction cannot possible. But on this way, experiment number 3. What is in this experiment? Just see. Again, we will take 3 different beakers. Sorry, not 3 different beakers. Beaker 1, but there 3 different conditions are here. Okay. Now I will add AgNO3 solution, which is colorless. Initial stage. This is intermediate state. And this is final condition. AgNO3 colorless. Now we will add copper strip or rod in it. Copper rod in it. After some time at intermediate state, blue color will observe, and at a final stage, pure blue color solution will obtain. So what is happening here? We can easily give conclusion that copper is highly active than Ag. Copper is greater than Ag, and the reactions are here. Just see, copper rod solid, Ag plus, AgNO3, Ag plus. Here silver deposit on copper rod, so Ag being obtained here, and solution becomes blue in color, so Cu2 plus will obtain. But now this is the basic and balanced reaction according to atom. But if we want to see the charge, this is not a balanced reaction. Why? Here copper lose 2 electron while Ag gain 1 electron. It is not possible. Gaining and losing process are the same, and the balance of electron must be the same. So we have to multiply this with 2. 2 1s are 2. So copper will lose 2 electron while Ag will gain this 2 electron. So Cu plus 2Ag plus 2Ag plus Cu2 plus. This is experiment number 3. ओके, अभी हमारे माइंड में क्वेश्चन आ रहा है कि इस एक्सपेरिमेंट का बेनिफिट क्या है. सो नाउ वी विल डिस्कस दिस ऑन अ डिफरेंट वे. On a different when the way is Z double E NEET. Base is here. G NEET type of question. That how can we preserve solution in any vessel? Which are the important basic informations? Just we have to think about this point. देखिए, अगर मुझे किसी भी सॉल्यूशन को अगर केयर करना है तो मुझे कौन सा वेसल लेना चाहिए. ये जो मैंने आप सबको जो एक्टिव सीरीज की बात की है कि जिंक इज कॉपर, कॉपर Ag, ये सब जो एक्टिवनेस की बातें हुई है उसका कॉन्सेप्ट वो कौन से बेस पर है. जस्ट सी, इफ वी वांट टू प्रिजर्व solution, we have to take lower active vessel. If we want to preserve solution, we have to take lower active vessel. Lower active vessel means if we want to preserve CuSO4 solution, we cannot take zinc vessel because zinc is more active than copper. But if we want to preserve ZnSO4 solution, we can kept it into copper vessel. It is very easy for us because copper is lower active than zinc. So if we want to preserve solution, we have to take lower active vessel. Okay, for above experiment, conclusion is here: zinc is greater than copper, copper is greater than Ag. This is the main important point. This is reactivity order. Okay, now among this reactivity order, we can easily explain active series as follows. Active series, just see: higher active, potassium, barium, then sodium, then calcium, then magnesium, aluminium, zinc, chromium, iron, cobalt, nickel, lead, hydrogen. This is reference element. Hydrogen, copper, Ag, silver and gold. This is least active element. This is high active element. And this is reference element. This is reference element. Just 1 minute. Reference element. Why it is reference element? Just see, dear students, reference element having 0 volt, and these elements are higher active than hydrogen, and these elements are lower active than hydrogen. So hydrogen is useful as a reference element. We can easily explain details of reference element in 12th also, but just see before that important point, that which element is known as reference element. So the answer is hydrogen. Hydrogen is a reference element. Then, dear students, now in yesterday's lecture we know that, so this is reference element, the potential is 0 volt. Okay, now dear students, one important difference between valency and oxidation number. Yesterday's concept we have explained an important matter about the oxidation number, that if oxidation number will increase, then this process is known as oxidation process. But what is the basic difference between valency and oxidation number? Okay, now we will explain this important point. First of all, valency is only a number which cannot be 0. Valency of an element cannot be 0, and oxidation number on the other side 0 is possible. Okay, number 2 important point is here, that since atoms always combine in a simple whole number, that means valency of an element is always whole number, while this is oxidation number is fractional value also. Okay, this is the second basic difference between valency and oxidation number. Symbol, just see, dear students, if we want to describe valency, if we will write 2 plus, then it is valency, and if we will write plus 2, then it is oxidation number. ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट मैटर हमारे सामने यहाँ पर आई हुई है। अगर हम पीछे यहाँ पर प्लस करेंगे तो वो वैलेंसी होगा, और अगर आगे यहाँ पर प्लस होगा तो उसे ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर बोला जाएगा। भले ही आपको ऐसा लगता हो कि ये दोनों का आंसर तो सेम ही है, बट ये कंपाउंड में सेम नहीं रहेगा, एलिमेंट में सेम रहेगा। सो द सिंबल फॉर वैलेंसी इज 2+, while it is in oxidation number it is +2. Okay, then valency, it is the combining capacity of an element, while oxidation number, it is the charge which an atom has or appears to combined state. देखिए इसके बारे में हम थोड़ी इंफॉर्मेशन यहाँ पर डिस्क्राइब करते हैं। इट इज द कंबाइनिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ एन एलिमेंट। समझ लीजिए अगर कॉपर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करता है तो सामने कोई 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन करने वाला होता ही है, तभी इसको कंबाइनिंग कैपेसिटी बोलते हैं। और ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर का रिलेशन कंबाइनिंग कैपेसिटी के साथ नहीं है, उसका रिलेशन चार्ज के साथ है। ओके, दैट्स व्हाई वी विल राइट दिस पॉइंट ऑन दिस वे। So this is the basic difference between valency and oxidation number. Dear students, this is very important point. This is 2+ and this is +2. So you all have to understand this important point, that if we want to give the basic difference between valency and oxidation number, well, 2+ is valency and +2 is oxidation number. Okay, then valency is definite property, and this is variable. One is definite, another one is variable property. So these are the basic difference between valency and oxidation number. Okay, so आज के जो हमारे लेक्चर में हम इंफॉर्मेशन यहाँ पर दे रहे हैं वो रेडॉक्स रिएक्शन का एक्सपेरिमेंट के बारे में हमने इंफॉर्मेशन दी है, और उसके बेस पर ये हमने आगे का डिफरेंस भी यहाँ पर पढ़ा हुआ है। बट जो एक्सपेरिमेंट का मैंने आप सबको जो यूट्यूब का वीडियो दिया हुआ है वो वीडियो एक बार आप देख लीजिएगा। CuSO4 में कैसे जिंक की स्ट्रिप्स ऐड होती है तो उसका कलर चेंज होता है, ये सब आपको अच्छी तरीके से देखना पड़ेगा। एंड देन इफ यू हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम देन यू कैन आस्क मी थ्रू व्हाट्सएप, तो आप सबका जो भी कोई इश्यूज है वो इसमें क्लियर हो जाएगा। ओके, सो थैंक यू डियर स्टूडेंट्स फॉर टुडेज लेक्चर। गुड बाय एंड डू प्रैक्टिस वेल।